right, my name's Clegg. I came here about 6:45 this morning. There was a line. It didn't seem that long. Everybody was excited enough to be voting, and they brought us in, sat us down, and nothing happened, nothing happened, nothing happened. For like 20 minutes, nothing happened. There was a lot of confusion and like unorganization in the room, especially from the people working the polls. I feel for them because I know they don't do this anytime. They had problems with the computer. I did notice several people leave, mentioning that they didn't have time to wait. They offered them a pass to come back later. I don't know what good that does. And we eventually got through, but the amount of unorganization, I just don't feel that confident in my vote right now. Unfortunately, they went to a paper ballot and the paper register, which is fine, but just people in there working the polls really don't know what's going on. It's clear they don't know what's going on. So I'm concerned, and I'm glad this video is going out.
Okay, about how many people were you saying were waiting?
I say there's probably like, when I got here and when we entered the room, there was, I don't know, in between 40 and 70 people, and probably like a dozen people left that I saw just get up and leave.
Okay, how many computers are there inside?
There was one computer there. It was not working. The woman that was working the computer, unfortunately, I don't think she's ever worked a computer ever. The person in charge here, the supervisor, was too busy telling people where else to go vote. It was totally screwed up. Totally, like the most ridiculous thing. There's a woman sitting next to me, the first time she's ever voted. I felt bad for her that's her experience, you know, to have to deal with this in a presidential election in Broward County, which we know is going to be a real tight vote down here.
I got here at 5:45, sat in line when I was number 8. Got in, computers crashed, brought them up, computers crashed, took them 45 minutes, and we finally did the backup paper.
Wow, okay, so how did you know the computers, did they come out and make an announcement?
Yes,
or?
They actually announced that the computers were crashing.
Okay.
So at least they were forthright with it.
Gotcha. Did that affect the actual voting itself, or looking up of your registration? What?
No problem at all. They use a paper backup, which is quite sufficient. They got my signature, so I do feel as though my vote will count.
Okay, about how long did you say the delay was because of the...
About 45 minutes.
Polls opened at 7 a.m. Computers crashed at 7 a.m. Repeatedly, about 3 or 4 times. The polling person called and tried to get a new machine. There's only one machine, and it never came up, so we had to do the old method, which is signing your name and filling it.
So now the computer was responsible for checking people's registration, or was it the computer that prints the ballots? Which computer was it?
Checking registration.
Okay. So overall, how long did it delay before it was up and working again?
About 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
And well, no, it's not working.
Oh, it's still not working?
Still not working.
So they're still on the backup of...
They're still on the backup, and then there are certain people who aren't in the old registration book, so then they have to individually call and find out which district people are in, because not everyone knows that they're supposed to vote in a certain district.
Okay.
So we're here outside the Artserve Library in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. It's 8:15 a.m. The polls opened here at 7 a.m. There's one computer inside for searching for people's registration logs. It's been frozen most of the morning. One of the election volunteers here told us off camera that it works sometimes it doesn't work. So it's been adding a delay. We're getting word from some of the voters that are coming out that about a dozen people were discouraged from voting because it didn't, and actually left the poll. But for the most part, it's just delaying the process a bit. They do have a paper backup where they're able to look up on a handwritten log of where everybody's registered to vote, so they're able to process them that way. As far as we understand, the ballot scanner is still working, so the votes are being counted.